Well, Dan, dare I say it, as the season ending just too soon for us? Back-to-back wins and with style too. I know Peterhead obviously made a lot of changes today, but to beat the champions 6-1 in the style that we've done it, you must be absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely outstanding from start to finish, and it was the same last week against Stirling as well. To score 6 goals against them, they made a lot of changes, but a lot of the players have played League 1 and League 2, so I'm not going to kid ourselves on. You still need to go and do that. We still need to go and put on a show for the fans, and from our point of view, brilliant, really good. Only disappointing one was the kind of goal we lost quite quickly after we scored the second, I think it was. But no, every single player again stood up and were counted, and you quite rightly said there the season's finishing too soon, but no, look, it's one of these things. We've scored 10 goals now in the last 2 games, and I feel we've kind of threatened to kind of do that to teams, and it makes a difference if you can go and get that first goal, and then you go and have the opposition coming out and having to open up, and then you can exploit the opportunities. And again, but I think some of the passing was outstanding. They've got it down out the back, and again I felt Peterhead could have coped with us today. I think it was one of those days that no matter who we played, we'd have battered them. But no, first of all, congratulations to Peterhead as well. They've won the league, and the team that tops the league at the end of the season, it's well deserved. And again, they go up from that side of things. But for our own to finish the season the way we have, then yeah, it's good. But it gives us a lot of food for thought regarding next season from that side of things.
Moving on then to next season, this now gives you a few weeks off, I would imagine, and then you can start planning ahead. You've mentioned obviously there's a couple of players you would like to do, but it'll be therefore just kind of looking who's available and the type of player that you're looking for going forward.
Yeah, no, it's something you've already spoke about and spoke with me and the coaching staff, and something we've spoke about as in regards to players here, and also guys at other teams that we can maybe look to try and bring in. Again, hopefully that'll be kind of sorted out in the next wee while, and then we can kind of start to progress with that. So it's one of those ones. It's never easy. It's never nice. There's some guys that will not be here. There's some guys hopefully will be here, and it just kind of depends on what we can kind of look to agree and who we kind of speak to and stuff. But no, it gives the fans, and it puts ourselves off, and you're finishing on a high with the 2 good victories here now, and again with the number of goals we scored. But as we've said before, we felt we could have done that in numerous games since we've kind of come in, and to actually do that. And I think the big thing is the organisation and defensively being solid, and when we are attacking, we're not kind of leaving any options, and we're not giving any kind of silly chances away. Yeah, there'll be odd slack pass and stuff. I think there's one today. Marley, example, he's maybe 10 yards outside the box, passes it, they nick it, cut it out, and he runs 70 yards back to shove the guy out the way, take the ball off him, and then start another attack. And again, it's that commitment and that desire that we kind of need for the guys week in, week out, from that side of things. But no, I think the fans can see that, and I think as well, just again, like to thank the guys that have come in on loan. Big Robbie, again, he's been in the sticks, and he's done well for us, and again he's been in and out. Him and Jay kind of shared it a couple of times, so again thanks to Big Robbie. You've got young Jamie Bradley, and I think in the last 2 games there, he's well, probably more than that, last kind of 3 games he's kind of shown what he can do. Goals, assists, set piece delivery. I mean he was outstanding again today, and again that rubs off on other players, his energy and his enthusiasm, his legs. Young Taylor as well, maybe not get as much goals as he did, and I don't think he actually scored today. I think it was Dom Docherty. so they say in the change room, but again he's come in, he's outstanding as well. And Big Callum, again, he started and he kind of dropped out a wee bit, maybe lost his confidence, but I think he's shown as well how good he can be at kind of left back, and he's got good tight, can be a wee bit more aggressive. But again, that's coming in, and you can kind of see he's only 19, Taylor's 19, Jamie's only 18. And obviously there's Big Robbie, but look, since I've come in again, they've always kind of worked hard. It's maybe, as I said in the change room, there's been some good games and there's been some not so good games, but I think they kind of understand, and the way we've kind of played kind of suited the guys this last wee while, and it's just kind of clicked for us, and it's something that you hope to continue into the start of next season.
Got a good nucleus of players as well, maybe not a massive amount, but you've got Lee Hamilton, Dan Lyon, etc. signed up already for next year, so you've got the basis of a good spine of a team to build around.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the 6 guys that have signed for 2-year deals, and they've kind of signed for next season as well. So again, it's a good start, and then we want to go and try and add that wee bit of quality. And again, there's enough guys that have kind of shown that we feel they're kind of good enough to go and kick on to next season, and other guys that for whatever reason we may decide to kind of move on. So we'll obviously get round the table and obviously get that kind of sorted in the coming weeks.
Just lastly, a word on the fans. It's been a difficult season. Way short of what the club were aiming for at the start of the campaign, and obviously when you came in, the challenge was very different. It was to stay clear of safety. We have done that with quite a bit to spare, but going into the next season, there'll be a rallying call out for the fans to really get behind whoever's playing in the red, white and black next year, and let's see what we can achieve.
Yeah, no, 100%. Again, they've backed us all season since I've been here. And again, when things don't go right, then they're quite right to getting the guys back. And I prefer they get my back rather than the players and let the players go on with it, and I'll deal with the flack. But for that side of things, yeah, again, we've hopefully given them something to cheer about in the last few weeks. It's definitely not where we expected to be at the start of the season. And again, for us, being completely honest, you're aiming to be challenging up there next year. That's our expectations, to be challenging for the title or to be on kind of playoff side of things. We're not going to kind of beat about the bush. It's from your point of view, that's where we want to be, that's where our aims. We need to kind of aim high, and again, it's something that will be kind of drummed in and drilled into the players come pre-season. Again, the ones that are going to be here, we expect them to be looking after themselves. They'll have their training programmes to do. So from that side of things, they need to come back flying fit. And again, I can't ever imagine. I've never ever had a season where they've had that many injuries, but in regards to boys needing operations, etc. So hopefully that's not the case next year again, and then you can get a wee bit of a settled team. I mean, that was I think it's the first time this season that I've managed to play the same team 2 weeks in a row, and I think just the cohesion, the ability, the skill, the attitude, everyone making the runs off the ball. Marley's coming inside, Callum's going down the outside, just same on the other side, Darren Hines as well, getting forward, Murdo rotating in the middle of the park with wee Jamie and Darren Line. It's really, really good, and it was great to see. And it's one of those ones, because you've done so well, you're like, oh, if only there's another 5 or 6 games. But it finishes on a good note, and again, we thank everyone for everything that they've given us this year.